Hey everyone, I'm back with another podcast. Hope everybody had a great week last week. I know for me, the weeks have been flying by because I'm working every single day. And if you're working right now, you know the feeling. But I thought for this episode, I would tell you a lot of things about what people don't tell you about your 20s. Pretty interesting topic for me and hopefully you. So, the first thing is that you are going to feel lost. Probably most of the time, you don't know what you're doing, where you're going, who your real friends are. You have so many unanswered questions, and that's honestly just part of being in your 20s where you don't know much. So try to embrace that, the fact that you don't know much. So that means that you should try new things and meet new people and just have those experiences where you can really figure out who you are and what you want. The second thing that I've noticed is that success looks different for everyone. And I mean everyone. For me, it's a little bit of family, but also ambition of I want to make the most of my 20s, make the most money, learn the most, grow the most. And that's what I see. And some people take that to the extreme and want to go to New York and be an investment banker and work those, 80 to 100-hour weeks. But then there's some people who are on the other end who stay at home and they get a job near their family, and that's just what they see as success. So the whole thing here is just it's okay if you don't know exactly where you land, but it's not okay to stop looking to see what it is that you actually want and what success looks like to you. And remember that everyone has their own views, so don't really think to yourself, oh, I have to be this way, I have to go to New York, I have to go and live with my parents. You don't have to do anything. You get to choose a lot of what you do after college. Now, the third thing I will mention about what people don't tell you about in your 20s, friendships will fade. And honestly, it sometimes sucks because you don't realize they're fading when they actually are. But that's all part of growing up. You see some people that you want to be in your corner, and then you also see people that you realize they just aren't good for you. And in your 20s, that's your time to figure it out. That's the easiest time to make friends for a lifetime because you're constantly around people your same age. You're not working if you're in college, and if you are working, you are most likely around people who are just starting around your age. So it's the perfect time to really meet people and figure out who's kind of your speed. But some of those relationships aren't going to work. Those college friendships you thought you'd have for a lifetime, some of them won't work. And high school, same thing. And that's perfectly okay. You will find your group of people, and some people will stay in your life forever, and some people will fade. And there's no other way to say it besides that way. Now, the last thing I'll say is that you will question everything. You will question whether you're doing enough with your life. You will question whether or not this relationship's good for you. You will question whether or not you can work a job and work a 9 to 5. You will question who you are, what you want, where you want to go. There's going to be a million unanswered questions that you will have in your 20s. And take that and realize that that is awesome. I know that sounds crazy that that might be awesome to not know anything, but because you don't know anything, you get to experience so many different things and figure out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, and just who you want to be when you grow up. And a lot of that will be figured out in your 20s. So take that time to just embrace those new experiences. All those questions you have, they're most likely not going to be answered in your 20s, but that means that you have to try your best every day to just Keep trying to figure out what it is that really makes you feel alive. And when you do that, it just makes your 20s, it makes your life feel so much better, so much more fulfilled. And with that, that is the end of this podcast. So, again, the 4 things that nobody tells you about your 20s: you're going to feel lost, and that's perfectly okay. Success is going to look different for everyone. And again, just try to figure out what it is that you think works best for you. The third thing is that friendships will fade, and that's just part of the process, part of growing up. There's no really big deal that you have to make about it. It's just going to happen regardless. And then the last thing is that you're going to question everything, every single thing. And you will learn in your 20s a lot of things that you didn't know about yourself. And you're going to continue to learn for the rest of your life. But you're going to learn a ton in your 20s and have those answers to those a million questions that you have on your mind right now. So embrace it. Embrace it. And yeah, that is the end of this podcast. So I will see you all next week. Thank you again for listening, and I hope you have a great week ahead.